just hit record. I don't care what you're gonna think, and I don't care what I'm gonna think. I'm just gonna hit record. Enough dilly-daddling, enough wasting time. I'm just gonna press that button, and now I'm gonna talk on the fly without any preparation, no script, no planning, and convey something of value to you. The spontaneity of being in a new place, in a new environment, with those air conditioning compressors behind me is something that's quite interesting. 28 seconds in, and I'm relaxing. I want to talk about how my life has changed just by hitting record and what's emanated from such beautiful elucidations and experiences. Now I want you to think in your life, sit down in your chair, wherever you are, and look around. Think of one thing that you could spontaneously do that would change it. I remember listening to a TED Talk 6 years ago, long time. And the guy was talking about a book he had read. In fact, the TED Talk went so far as for this man to say, I have read all of the self-help books. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and another one. And in this third one, that I don't remember the name of, he talked about the spontaneity and how that can change your life. Now, I don't want to be motivational. Let me give you the crucial point that you can do and that you can use. It's called the Ice Bath Challenge or the Cold Water Challenge. See that? Those are a lack of pimples and a nice looks-maxed face, because I love taking cold showers and doing ice baths, mainly cold showers though. And in this TED Talk, this man was talking about the third lesson that he learned in his book, which is that temporarily, from time to time, you just get up and go and have a cold shower. In your clothes, doesn't matter. It's that spontaneity. And this man tried it, and he said over time, his body got used to it. And after breakfast, after lunch, whatever it was, he had a set time where he would go and he'd turn on the freezing cold shower, shivering in his clothes. But he would have that spontaneity. And what happened from that? Well, he said that his life started to change and improve because that spontaneity of being able to just do the hard things, run up and down the stairs or get into the cold shower, that's what moved him forward in his life. Now I want to come back to the premise of the entire video. And I apologize if the language is a bit complicated because such vernacular is not complimentary when it comes to YouTube videos, and I apologize. Let's talk about hitting record. That's exactly what I just did now. Didn't know what I wanted to say, didn't know what message I wanted to convey, but simply just going for it and doing it. I was exercising the other day, because I like to train every day, and there was a bit of spontaneity. See, I'm even relaxing now. When it came to training legs, I didn't know I was going to train legs. I knew I had to train something. And I know I need to train maybe my abs, my back and biceps, my chest, triceps, but I didn't know exactly which one to pick. And I thought, which one do I like? Let me pick legs. And then from the exercises, I have a certain routine, but that spontaneity, you know what I decided to do? I decided to run up and down the stairs with some weights. I took some notes, a page out of someone else's storybook, and I started running up and down the stairs. It's the spontaneity which makes it fun. As they say, variety is the spice of life. Maybe it's said different ways. So what I want you to do, you're sitting there in your chair right now. Do something spontaneous. You're holding your camera, you're watching your TV. Why don't you do something spontaneous, like just stand up and start to watch the video, or walk around. Or maybe go to your mom and say, Mom, I want to tell you a speech. And just like that, you start reading from your hand. Do something spontaneous, something quick, something zippy and new and novel. Maybe you always drive your car to work. Well, why don't you get a bicycle and ride bicycle to work? Or take an Uber, or go with a friend. Oh, you always like that pizza place where you can get those delicious margarita pizzas where they add pineapple and mushrooms? Well, maybe you should try a burger place, or just spontaneously add chili. Do something new, something novel, because life can seriously get boring. This is the first time when I've been in this place, which is my school, moving around like this in a new change of scenery. Didn't plan it like this, but it pans out in a beautiful way. I'm going to do something spontaneous right now. I'm going to take a leaf. Now, I want you to imagine that you are standing inside the middle of a forest, because this is virtually a forest, and you yourself just plucked a leaf. It smells like mint. It smells like thyme. And rubbing it on your nose at the top of your palate here makes your hairs stand up on edge, and it makes you feel comfortable and calm. I want you to notice something. Over the last week, my entire jawline has changed like you can't believe. And it's not because I'm eating better foods. In fact, I'm having protein shakes, which are kind of soft with almonds. But it's because I'm doing spontaneous things, training every day. I never used to train every day, running from time to time, but that's a new spontaneous thing. I want you to think about your life, because it's not all about me. It's about inspiring you to actually do something to change your life. It's been only 2 weeks since I started making videos and training every day and eating well, and my life has changed. It was a spontaneous action to see how can I actually earn money on YouTube. Is it possible to have location freedom? Is it possible to earn in dollars? All these things that people say, no, you have to live in your country, you can't leave, you have to get a job, go to university. Well, maybe that's not true. I want to tell you a little secret, because you guys are the best fans and you have a special place in my heart. Tomorrow, I have to write a supplementary exam. And I'll tell people that I passed into matric, that I moved forward, that I am actually going to write my grade 12 papers. But actually I have to write a supplementary test, a rewrite, if you will, of my accounting subjects. Everything else is fine. Accounting, all the languages, English, everything's fine. Even maths. Not too bad, but fine. But it's this accounting paper, and I'm really worried about it. Because I've been struggling with accounting, haven't focused on it, I've been focusing on these beautiful videos, entertaining. So I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I pass tomorrow and then I do matric, and fine. Maybe I'm going to fail. I'm not going to decide now that I want to fail, but I'm also not going to push myself to do everything in my power till tonight, going crazy, trying to study, thinking that that's going to make any difference, because practically that's not that realistic. I had to start practicing if I wanted to pass 6 months ago, and I hope that you don't think any less of me if I don't pass matric. And if I don't, well, then I'm going to be forced to have to pursue this and pursue all the other second-hand stuff and selling stuff just to make ends meet, to perhaps support a family. And I know that if I fail, life's going to be much harder because I can't get a job. But there's a spontaneity in that. And if I fail, which I don't know, I don't think I will, but if I do, I will be forced to accept a spontaneous kind of life where there's no set order, where there's no set path that other people have gone. I go to school, go to university, and then work as a job for the rest of my life till I'm 65 and get a pension which probably gets stolen by a hedge fund. Sorry for the quick speaking. So the spontaneity is sometimes not even decided by you or me. Sometimes it's just kind of divinely ordained from God above, who decides you failing matric, boom, or you're going to pass, and that's your path. And although I would like to think, maybe you two would like to agree with me, that we believe we have a degree of control over our lives, sometimes it's just happenstance, as they say. It's a coincidence. It just occurs out of itself. And I really hope that this doesn't happen. But if God forces me, and I like to believe I'm religious, to take that path, well, then I'm going to have to deal with it. But sometimes all you got to do is just press record and record the journey, because other people can benefit. And I know that you support me. I want to thank you. We're now reaching a serious amount of subscribers, a beautiful following. Thank you for always supporting me, and I hope, if only, just try and laugh. Okay?